Tell me a little about yourself and your company.
My name is Deborah Elias. I am president of Elias Events. We are an award-winning event production company in Houston, Texas, listed in the Houston Business Journal as one of the top 10 meeting planners. Been around for 13 years. You won't find anybody in the city of Houston, the state of Texas, the big, big state of Texas, or the United States who loves what they do more than me. I'm an event planner and I love what I do. You know, I've done so many amazing events over the years. I do weddings, I do social events like bar and bat mitzvahs, sweet 16s. I do a lot of corporate events, and I also work with some nonprofit clients. So one of my favorite events, and ironically one of the strangest events I do since I don't know anything about football, is I coordinate the Rotary Lombardi Award, which every year goes out to the College Lineman of the Year. I had to learn what college lineman does. They sack, and that's about all I know. So every year I coordinate this event, and we bring in the 4 finalists from across the country for a 2-day extravaganza and do a lot with them, community events, spend time with some of the disadvantaged kids in the city. And then we have an amazing gala at the end of the 2 days where the finalist is awarded the Rotary Lombardi Award. So it's a lot of fun. It's challenging. I have taken the time to learn, you know, as much as I can or as much as relevant about the award itself and football, but it's pretty ironic since I don't know anything about football that I coordinated every year. Fantastic. Another fun event that I love doing is the social events. I love working with bar and bat mitzvahs and sweet 16s because you get to work a lot with themes. And one of the funnest themes I did was an Alice in Wonderland, and it was like a new take on an Alice in Wonderland theme, and it was just a lot of fun. You get to be creative and use a lot of different vendors, and just, you know, really the creativity in it is what speaks to me a lot, and I don't usually get that in a lot of my events.
All right, tell me about a most frightening event or a big horror story that happened during an event.
You know, I don't have a lot of horror stories to say, but I have had situations where maybe an elevator broke down and we had to load in about 2 trucks full of equipment, and so we had to bring in some extra people to help move things up the stairs, and had to hire movers because the elevator broke and wasn't going to get fixed in time for the event. So it was quick, get the phone book out, call a moving company, and get that equipment up there because we had a huge fashion show, and like I said, 2 truckfuls of equipment that had to be loaded in for that fashion show. But you know, if you know what you're doing and you're able to be in this environment and learn to, you know, adjust under stress, because it is a huge stressful environment, you learn to just take in the problem and then figure out a solution very quickly, logistically think through all the details, and then, you know, execute a solution to the problem pretty quickly.
Okay. Tell me about yourself personally.
I am 38 years old, ironically today, 38 years old, and I'm single. I'm a fabulous single in the city, the 4th largest city in the country. Unfortunately, there's more women in this city than there are men, so that's why I haven't really met anybody yet, and maybe because I'm a little bit too picky. But my work is my life is my work, and I'm busy all the time. I travel a lot, and probably something that I love to do that most people don't know about me is I love to go see movies, and in my next life, I want to be a movie critic.
Has your company been awarded any major awards or any accomplishments?
You know, in the 13 years that we've been in business, we've done a lot of amazing events and have actually won several awards. But something that I'm really excited about is, for the first time, we've been nominated for a gala, which is in our industry kind of like the Academy Awards. So I won an Esprit, which is an equivalent to the Golden Globes, and had submitted for a fabulous event that we did, a fashion show, and had been nominated for a gala, which is one of the highest honors in the industry. So very excited about that. And personally, I have been nominated for Event Planner of the Year through Event Solutions Magazine. So that's going to be really neat. Actually it's like a popularity contest. And since I know a lot of people across the country and sit on a lot of boards and been involved in the industry for 13 years, I hope that I'm a shoo-in, but we'll see.
Why should Style Network choose you?
You know what, I think if they choose me, they're really going to get to see all aspects of the event planning industry. Because I don't just do weddings, and I don't just do corporate events, but I also infuse other aspects of the industry, like nonprofit events, as well as the social events. But you know, depending on the project, I've also been able to do things like public relations for my clients, as well as other odds and end projects. A couple years ago, I worked with Montessori schools across the city and produced and directed a 30-minute video on 100 years of Montessori schools. So all my clients are different, and I adapt to working with them. And so you're not going to get to see, you know, the same old, whether it's a dinner for 10 or a festival for 5,000. It's going to be different and unique and fun. And coming along with me for the ride is something that I think the public is going to want to see. And I have a fun, quirky personality. I have a lot of great friends. I have a lot of amazing vendors that I work with. And my clients in this city are some of the best I've ever worked with. So I know that they'll be excited to be a part of it. And I can't think of a better person that you could choose than me. So here we have the technical side of a setup. We're going to do the 2010 lamp. So later on we'll see that lit up. It's fun to be behind the scenes doing fireworks tonight. 2010. Pretty funny that there's a big fireworks show right there. We've got 3 banks, about 200 kegs, and those all go off at midnight. It'll be a lot of fun. Fireworks show and ring in the New Year's, and it's just another example of the diverse type of events that I do, and I think I'd be a great addition to your show. So I hope that you all will choose me to be on the event planning show for the Style Network. Happy 2010.